What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collected clips where you already know. Tas. We about to get it in. But before we get it in, Superwood brothers, make sure all the woods got their seatbelts buckled because we're going head up. And I really mean head up. We might not win, but we're going to go heads up, brother. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking, right? And I highly appreciate all your support. I'm very humbled by it. Are you ready, brothers, for another wood? This one right here, if a wood could chuck a piece of wood, he would. That's it, because he's white. And that's straight up, brothers. Look, man, this right here was kind of a dysfunctional situation. And I got enlightened. I got educated. I learned a lot of things that I never knew. Made me say, Then the homie was like, well, you owe me fucking $5,000. I said, never mind. It don't, it don't matter. So trip out. This is what happened. So we were chilling in Roach's backyard and these guys were burning things in a wood stove. Who fucking has a wood stove in the middle of their backyard? Roach does, brother, right? Look, the way I fitted the pipe, I got the pipe, it's fitted, it goes out the exhaust, through the garage, out the front door, around by the Arab's fucking store, and it just blows that way, brother. So we're not even getting no smoke. All we're getting is pure fire, brothers, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever, we're back there, we're drinking, they're high as they can be, right? And Hurley and Dwarfwood pulls up. So it's me, Roach, a couple of his other shit. I call them the Scallywags. The Scallywag brothers, two tweaking-ass white dudes that had fucking half a tooth in between the two of them, including Roach, right? And we're all in the back and I'm chilling and I'm thinking to myself, always when I'm back there with all the woods, I'm always contemplating to myself, how did I end up here? Like, what in life brought me to this particular spot, burning fucking wet wood on a wood stove with a gang of white guys that are smoking methamphetamines that don't give a shit about anyone else but fucking their teeth, right? To which they have none. So they don't care about shit. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm there. So as I'm in mid-contemplation, here comes Hurley and Dwarfwood walking through, and at least I know these guys good. So I'm like, what's up, Dwarf shit? What's up, bro? Is that okay? Throwing him up in there. He's like, hey, brother, let me go, brother, let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. All right, I'll put you down, right? Hurley's like, hey, what's up, brother? Give him a big old hug, big old fat fucker, right? And the white man marches on. And I'm like, hey, what's up? What you guys into? Oh, we just came fuck around, bro. Pick something up. What's up? And Roach is like, oh, fuck, it's about fucking time. You two motherfuckers, I'm telling you, you guys can't fucking follow directions. How many times you been to my house and you still can't figure out how to get here? You called me about fucking 5 times asking for directions. I told you go straight, bust left, 2 lefts, 2 more lefts, and then straight. They're like, yeah, bro, I just didn't get it. So we're back there kicking back, and we start telling stories about prison, and you know what I'm saying? We're just feeling ourselves, man. The higher everyone gets, the more stories that get told, right? And so Roach starts to talk about Preston, C.Y.A. And I'm like, hey, I was in Preston. I was only there for like 9 months. But I'm like, you weren't in Preston? He said, yeah, I was, bro. I said, I didn't even know you were in C.Y.A. Enlightenment, right? He's like, yeah, bro, I wasn't fucking Y.A. Shit, I was fucking knocking people out there. Dwarf, that's where I met Dwarf. Dwarf's like, yeah. He's real quiet, though. Dwarfwood's usually like, yeah, all hyphy, right? But he's being quiet. He's like, yeah. He's like, you got any marshmallows I could roast on the wood stove? And he takes off into the house. And I'm like, I look at Hurley kind of like, because they're like best friends. What's going on with little guy? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with the mijete, right? He's like, what's mijete, brother? Are you trying to disrespect blacks? I said, no, hell no, I don't do that. I'm saying, what's wrong with the small person, right? Let's be politically correct. He's like, I don't know, brother. He was cool earlier. So now Roach is like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him. He's going to look. And like Roach is like doing, you know when someone does damage control? Dude wasn't even thinking it, but Roach is speaking it into existence. He's like, look, bro, he's going to come with this lame-ass story about how the Norteños got on me, and I didn't fight back. Don't believe the hype, brother. I fucked every Norteño up I ever met. Ain't that right? I'm like, nah, hell nah. You ain't never fucked with me. Yeah, brother, no, what I'm saying is every other one we met besides you. I'm like, yeah, you better get some things correct here, bro, because, hey, brother, hey, there's white men here, brother. Let's keep it real. You're a Norteño, and or an ex-Norteño, or in the future you'll probably be an ex-Norteño by the way you act and you hang around with us. Either way, brother, I never meant to disrespect you, but he's going to come with a fake-ass story. Don't believe the hype, brother. Who said that? Kid and Play, and we all think Kid. Tell me. We all think he's white. Tell me. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. So here comes Dwarfwood, and he got a bag of marshmallows, and this motherfucker literally wants to roast marshmallows. I ain't even gonna lie, it was a good idea. So we're back there roasting marshmallows. They're bomb how when they're black and shit. But see, Dwarfwood never get his too black because there's something about black and white that don't mix. I don't know. He says, I don't want to see black on top of white. I said, well, that's usually the way that works out, but whatever. So we're eating, doing our thing, kicking it. And Dwarf was like, what do you mean that you were a fucking lame in Y.A., right? He started to get drunk. And I'm like, what the fuck, right? And I just get quiet. Roach is like, I fucking knew it. I told you. I did not tell you guys. Look, okay, let's talk about what a lame is. I said, a lame's a leva. He said, no. See, that's the SA thing or the NA thing or the fucking Paisa thing or whatever, the fucking the brown thing. You guys call them levas. We call them lames. But I wasn't no lame. I was more of a leva than a lame. I said, what the fuck, Roach? Right now, of course, you can't use the status in Y.A. against someone. Once you're old, whatever happened in Y.A. stays in Y.A. unless you were sucking chorra. And damn, at this point, I'm looking at Roach like, please don't tell me, right? And he's like, no, let me tell you, hey, Dwarf, can I tell him what happens before I fucking field goal your ass? Dwarf's like, tell him what happened then. And Dwarf's like holding his ground, and he's looking upset and frustrated. I'm thinking, wait up, motherfucker, you came all the way from Sacramento to kick it with the homeboy. If something was wrong, if he was back there giving people reach around, you wouldn't have been over here, or would you have? One never knows, does one? And so Roach is like, listen, brother, this is what fucking happened. So there was two Norteños. One of them was from San Jose, and the other one was from Frisco. Okay? I didn't fucking like those fuckers. Every time they walked by, they had something to say against the white man. Like, excuse me. We don't use that. We're white. We do whatever the fuck we want. So when they said, excuse me, I took it as disrespect. So, of course, knowing the fucking way I am, you know I'm white, brother. You know I'm white. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm white? I said, open your mouth. No teeth. Yep, I can tell. That's right. You fucking know to get that weight up. What do you mean, no teeth? I'm white. I'm just saying, that's the type of white man I'm used to being around. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the white man. But these ones right here, man, like I said, if there's 32 teeth, there's 30 of them are missing. And 31 are missing. Fuck it, 31 flavors. So he's like, brother, let me fucking continue before you get me sidetracked. So one particular day, they walked by, it was shower time, and one of them had a towel around them. And you know, the SAs, they be wearing their boxers in the shower, and we're white. We don't do that. We just let our shit hang free. And as I'm hanging free, he kind of looks over at me and he's like, hey, bro, can you not hang your shit near me? I took that as disrespect because, hey, I'm a white man. I'm going to let my shit hang all over the place. Foot loose, get loose, hang on the big caboose. Right? I'm going to do whatever I want to do. See, because the white man does that. And he's sitting in the Norteño, the other Norteño, he had to get all crazy and like, have some respect. That was it, brother. I took that as disrespect. Have some respect. The fuck you think I am? I'm white. We created the dictionary with the word respect in it. Right? So I'm like, all right. Dwarf's like, tell him what happened. Tell him what happened. He's like, listen here, you little fucker. Where were you? You weren't in the shower. Yes, I was. Well, no wonder I felt something under my fucking scrotum. Look. So as I'm showering, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to continue to shower because I don't shower once a week. So as I'm finishing my shower and I get out, they're over there having some type of conference with the other Norteños. So I walk right up on them like a fucking white wood does, right, brother? I walk right up on them and I'm like, excuse me, because I learned the word excuse me from the Norteños. I was like, hey, what's your issue? And they're like, what in it? And I said, well, anyways, what's your issue? And one of them cold cocked me, brother. I'm going to keep it real. That fucker hit me so hard, I felt like he knocked the shower off of me. I was dirty again. And I fell, brother. When I fell, I'll tell you what happened. The Norteños all came running. They got to stomping me. I was trying to get up. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Dwarf's like, you stood there and balled up and let him beat you up. Again, shut the fuck up, little guy. I was trying to get up. But if you have 4 Norteños on you, I'm going to tell you guys, it hurt. It hurt bad, right? So then I end up getting up, and the white guys we call a junta. And we're having our junta, and the white guys say that I'm lame because I didn't fight back. But I tried, brother. So I said, well, fuck it. I'll go take flight right now. So I did it. Dwarf, call bullshit on that. I'll sock you right now. Dwarf's like, he did fire on him, but it doesn't matter. That guy laid down and curled up. He was there. And he was like, all right, okay, brother.
So meanwhile, while now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're getting a little. Now the conversation's starting to flow, brother. Starting to flow. Wait up, let me hit the pipe. Let me get that flowing, and we can get this flowing.
I'm sitting there like, it really doesn't. I'm like, hey, Roach, it don't matter, bro. So what? You were a lame at YA, bro. I didn't even know you were in YA. So man, who would know? Dwarf was like, he was lame.
He's like, yo, brother, we'll see who's lame after I hit the shit. Let me hit the twirler.
Right. So he's blowing him and Big Hurley. And Dwarf's like, let me hit it.
He's like, no, I was lame, right? You can't smoke after a lame, can you? You should smoke after a lame.
He's like, nah, I don't want to smoke after a lame.
Well, then you're asked out then, because this is 8-ball all night long, and you can't smoke after a lame. So I guess you're going to have to smoke some marijuana or do some cocaine with old Mexican over here. These damn norteños got me in so much trouble.
I'm just laughing, right? Like, it don't matter, bro. Your old school, scary, fucking lame stories. I'm not tripping, bro. We're just kicking back, bro. Plus, I owe you a gang of money, so you know what I'm saying? It's just is what it is, man. However you want to do it, Roach.
So he's like, no, bro, I'm going to tell you guys what happened. So do you remember when I fired on him and they sent my ass to Tamarack?
And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker wasn't Preston. He knows about the compas and shit. All right. And Dwarf's like, tell him what happened.
He's like, all right, it came out of there, and the white guy said that I didn't do enough. They said, okay, when I got stomped out, they understand that. They're going to give me the pass. I'm going to take the pass. I'm going to run with the pass. I'm going to utilize the pass, right? But when I got off, where were you at, Dwarfwood? Tell them where you were at.
I was at medical.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, because you're a fucking midget, you got to get shots in your back because you're developing a humpback. And then, of course, you have to go to medical. Every time it seems that there's tension on the compa, you have to go to medical.
He's like, what are you talking about? I have a fucking disease, right?
He's like, yeah, disease, disaster. I don't give a fuck. The disastrous part is this guy walked right out the building and I got stomped out again by the norteños when I ran up on him.
He's like, that's not what happened. I didn't even have medical that day. I was going to a visit.
Either way, brother, you weren't there. And for that, you should have been lame. Now, after I get beat up again for the second time in 3 days by a norteño,
and Dwarf's like, it wasn't 3 days. It was the second day.
Brother, this is my story. I'm going to tell you. You say 2, I say 3, tomato, 23 iron, my letters. Did you, fucker? Okay, just because you got a fucking backward swastika on your head don't mean shit. Because we can really talk about some lame white boy shit if you want to.
I'm like, oh, no. These motherfuckers are argumentative, but no one's throwing a punch yet. I know it's coming. So I'm just going to keep on roasting marshmallows. And I was roasting my marshmallows extra black because I know they didn't like that. Well, Roach didn't mind, but the rest didn't, right? So
he's like, brother, I roasted norteños. I end up going to Tamarack. I do a few months of Tamarack. I come out, right? And there's a new white dude there. His name's Eyeball,
right? I said, hey, I met Eyeball.
No, brother, you didn't meet this. It probably was Eyeball's dad, or I met Bigger Balls.
I said, oh, you met Bigger Balls? Go ahead. You can have Bigger Balls. I met Eyeball in Preston, but you met Bigger Balls. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Without T2, I'm sure Bigger Balls was excited to meet you.
He's like, bro, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really. And so he had met Bigger Balls, right? A dude named Eyeball, which is mysterious because I met a dude Eyeball that I told stories about in front of Roach, and all of a sudden he's running with the names that I know. I don't know. I know he was there because Dwarf was there, but it's like, bro, the story isn't panning out to what it's supposed to be. You are not coming up with gold. You're telling straight pyrite, bro. It's fake.
So he's like, brother, and this dude came, and he came from Chad, and he was. I said, no,
Chad wasn't even around when you were there, bro.
No, brother, I say Chad? Yeah, I didn't mean Chad. I meant YTS. I met YTS, brother, and he came from TS, and he was like, this is the rules, man. Whoever's lame is lame, and we don't care if they prove themselves.
And I'm like, nah, bro, it wasn't like that because when I was there wasn't a gang of whites.
Well, there was some what? Tell him, Dwarf, be on my side for once, you little fucker.
He said, nah, we were about 10 deep. I said, yeah, in the whole prison, in the whole spot, because there was no woods there like that. The woods that were there were with the fucking business when I was there. That's a fact. But there wasn't a lot of them, man. That's why it always tripped me out when they say Nazi lowrider started out in YA, which I know it did. 100% facts it did, right? But it's like, man, them motherfuckers must have been hard as fuck, like straight beasts. Because I ain't gonna lie, when there was white people in YA, right? It was all bad unless they were like a solid down as wood, and they functioned with the Southsiders under Southside reglas. That's a fact. That's just how that was.
So, anyways, he's like, no, brother, I don't tell no lies. So, anyways, this dude tells me I'm a fucking lame. Right to my face, you're a fucking lame. And I said, look, I'm not lame. Brother, I was born with 2 legs that walk right. And this little short, look at him. He's not even half a man I am, literally.
Right? And so Dwarfwood's like, what happened? So I guess the Woods jumped on Roach, beat him up. he had to go do a mission on a black dude, and then the dude said he can come back. So Roach did all this shit and he came back. And Dwarf's like, that's the only reason I fuck with him. Then when we were in prison together, I said, well, how is it that you guys were everywhere together, but you always got shit to talk about Roach, right? I'm starting to feel some type of way because Roach is my boy, and he tried to put Roach on blast like Roach was in there sucking chorra or something. Roach just got beat up. Like, hey, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Norteños be doing it like that. Norte gang, right? Sur gang, right? They be doing it like that too. Bulldog gang, them too. Like, it just happens, bro. Hey, the homeboy, but he didn't get up. He couldn't get up. Motherfucker, what happens if I kick you right now in your head? What's going to happen? I'm going to get up. No, you're not, because I'm just going to hold my foot on you right here. Just kick back and smoke a frajo. Straight up. You're going to be like this, legs. Right? It ain't going to work. So anyways, I pull Roach to the side, man. After all the bullshit, they're done arguing, whatever. I'm like, hey, don't trip, bro. Whatever happened in Y.A. doesn't matter.
No, it fucking matters to me, brothers. I'm a good white man. I'm solid. I've never had my integrity tested. I think I'm going to kill this motherfucker right now.
I said, nah, bro. Dwarf was just playing. Look, he's back there having a fun time eating marshmallows.
Brother say I won't kick him in his ass.
And I get to thinking, like, damn, Dwarf does talk a lot of shit, man. But he's just a little dude. He's cool, though. He's down. Like, anytime something's down to go down, he's the first one out there. You can't see him. He'll be hitting people's kneecaps like this. Ding, 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 ding. Like, he be on it. Motherfuckers be like, and while they're doing that, we can knock him out. So he's, like, good for something. Plus, he's good when we used to do fucking we used to call him box of chocolates, burglaries. Man, that motherfucker fit through any window. Even this little window is like this. I just stuffed his fat ass through it. Get through there, big head. He's like, my fucking head. My head's stuck. Right? You're there now. Let's go. The feet, they're just dangling. So
Roach is like, no, bro, I think I'm going to kick him out of my past. That was some pretty hostile shit. Bringing up my past like that.
I said, bro, you're the one that started talking about Preston shit. I didn't even know you were there, fool.
He's like, yeah, I was there in 88, 89, brother, 90.
I was like, damn, I missed you because I got there like in 93, right?
He's like, yeah, brother. By that time, I already got like 100 mamonas from black chicks. So, you know how I do it.
I'm like, yeah, I know how you do it, motherfucker, right? You are lame, right? So, straight up, in a white man's eyes, you're lame, brother, right? And so anyways, we go to the backyard. He's like, I ain't going to do nothing to the little fella. I'm just letting him kick it. And Hurley was like, you know what, bro? I was thinking. And Hurley's like, I was thinking like, you guys kind of pick on Dwarfwood, especially you, Roach. You know, if the little homie says something, he fucking means it. He says it. You gotta respect him for that. He was like, no. And then Roach was like, no, brother. Oh, fucking wait. I'm looking at it. Let's smoke a little bit more meth. Just a little bit more. Let me get a puff. All right. I'm back. I respect him to a certain degree, brother. Like halfway. And he's only half a man. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you're lucky I wasn't Italian because you know half of what I would call you. Straight up. But, let's talk about you, little brother. Let's talk about what you were doing. Tell me you weren't in there eating after the Paisas. And he was like, we were cool with the Paisas.
Yeah, but not to eat after them. We're white. Why'd I tell you we don't eat after other races?
He's like, they were like, don't you have a black son?
He was like, brother, who said that? I never said I had a black son.
They're like, bro, you introduced us to him. We know your wife.
He's like, brother, I always thought they didn't know, right?
He's like, that's why we call you a fucking lame.
Behind my back, brother. Are you saying I'm lame?
And Roach socked this dude right there. Mostly, I think it was for talking about his old lady, not calling him lame, right? Man, I ain't gonna lie. Thought he killed him. That fool hit that dude so hard. Have you ever seen a midget get hit? Excuse me. Hey, look, for those of you that are out there and say, oh, you can't call them that, little people, the little Rumpelstiltskin. Okay, the Oompa Loompa. Okay, the lollipop kid. Okay, the motherfucker from Game of Thrones. Whatever you want to call him, right? We call him fucking Tyrion Lannister or whatever his fucking name was, right? That's what he looked like. What was a swastika on his head and bald and stupid. This fool hit this fool so hard. Look, as soon as he hit him, I heard, right? Hurley got all mad. Hey, little brother. Roach's mom was like, oh, shit. You can see her here in the back because she would watch us, like her kitchen was the back windows right where we're at outside. I ain't gonna lie, guys. You know what I did? I felt bad. I turned around and I jumped in the whip and I left. I didn't want to be no part of that case right there, right? About 2 weeks later, I didn't even call Roach for a while. 2 weeks later, Roach ends up getting hold of him. Brother, why'd you just leave like that? I said, bro, you killed him. Oh, no, brother. He got back up, swung at my kneecaps. I gave him a hug, and we roasted marshmallows all night and did methamphetamines. I'm like, oh, shit. Roach is crazy like that, man. He got sat there explaining himself about Y.A., and I was like, look, bro, if the Norteños beat you, I just admit it, bro. It's cool. You took the L.
No, bro, I never lost a fight to a Norteño, but they jump you a lot.
I was like, nah, because we had this rule against jumping, bro. It was called one jump, all jump, no jump. Like once you're on the ground, we're not going to stomp you out.
Oh, that's some bullshit, bro. I call bullshit on that because it seems like every time I went to the chow hall, them Norteños were on my ass, but not my ass literally. You know what I'm saying, right?
I guess. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed that story, man. That's an old C.Y.A story from Roach. I never even knew he was in Y.A, but wait till I tell you the one about him in YTS. That one gets crazy. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people, man. Appreciate you guys. Bang, bang.